Hello, everyone. So, I'm starting with the dental anatomy series in which I will discuss all the important topics of the dental anatomy for ADAT exam, and you can use in other exam also. This will be the basic which you require in clinical section or in the biomed section also. So, let's start. The first thing we must know is the classification of the dentition. So, first classification is based on the morphology. So in morphology, we have like homodont and heterodont. So homodont means all teeth have same morphology, whereas in heterodont, different teeth has different morphology. So teeth have different morphology. So in human, we have heterodont. Heterodont. So first thing is this one is important. Then classification is based on the set of teeth. It is the monodont, mono, monophyodont, and then we have diphyodont, diphodont, and then we have polyphy, polyphodont. So in monophyodont, it is like one set of teeth. In whole life, it has one set of teeth, right? Whereas there is two set of teeth, and this is for human. So this one is for human beings, okay? And polyphyodont, it has a multiple set. Now the next thing is the mm, we must know the dental anatomy terminology. So in dental anatomy terminology, the first thing we should know is the anatomic crown, and then we must know the clinical crown. So remember, the crown, the portion of the from CAJ to the incisal edge is the anatomy crown. Remember, this is the tooth, okay? And here is the CAJ. This is the CEJ, and here is the gingival margin. So this portion of the tooth is the clinical crown, which you can see clinically, okay? But this portion, which is from the incisal edge to CEJ, this is anatomy crown. So this is important thing. So clinical crown and anatomic crown. So this terminology is based on the crown, like the type of crown. And now next thing we have is tooth location. So in tooth location, as we know, we have interior and posterior teeth. So incisor and canines are the interior, and premolars and molars are the posterior. Premolars and molars. Now we have the other terminology are based on the chewing surfaces. So we have like the incisal edge, which is on in the like the interior teeth, like the incisors. Then we have the occlusal surface, that is for chewing, and then we have occlusal table. So occlusal table is formed by cusp and within cusp and marginal ridge. So this is a very simple information, still it's important. So like now we have enamel surfaces elevations. So This is very very important. You must know like these things are available in enamel and this one in dentin. So questions are framed. Okay, the first thing is the lobe. What is lobe? Lobe is the primary center of enamel formation. So this is the lobe. So when teeth are fully formed, lobe represent by, they will represent fully formed teeth. Fully formed, it will be by cusp, by mammalions, and then we have cingula. So remember when teeth are like form and like this one, cusp, mammalion, and cingula. And also they are separated by developmental depression and growths. Now the second thing is very important, that is mammalion. And sometimes question is asked in ADAT on the mammalion. They will give you adult patient and they will ask the patient still have mammalion present. So remember the mammalion will decrease when we are tooth are erupting. They are only in permanent teeth, but if they are present in like adult age after like, then we have malocclusal. So that's a sign of malocclusal. Okay, so mammalions are the round extension of enamel on the incisor edges of incisors. So 3 mammalion per incisor. 3 mammalion per incisor. So the question asked is if they are present. If they are present in the adult, then it's a sign of malocclusion. Very important. Then we have cingulum. The cingulum is the bulbous convexity of enamel. Okay, so this is the present on the lingual surface of the teeth. So lingual surface. Then we have tubercle. Tubercle is the extra extra formation of enamel on the crown. So, so often sometime it can tubercle can be seen as supernumerary cusp, that is cusp of carabli. So question can be asked which one is the tubercle, or they can ask you like okay cusp of carabli is a lobe like this, like mammalion or what. So it's a tubercle. So this is important. Now let's move to like the ridges. So in the ridges we have the like the ridge. First thing is the ridge, simple ridge, and then we have the marginal ridge. So ridge is the linear elevation on the enamel surface. And marginal ridge, a ridge on all the teeth that form the mesial and distal marginal of posterior occlusal surfaces and lingual interior lingual surfaces. So these are the simple things first you must know. And then we have the labial ridge. So remember the important points like just these are very important, just like labial ridge, it's only present on canines. So this question can be asked. And then we have the buccal cusp ridge. It's a it is only on the premolar. So these 2 points are very important, only on the premolars. So now we have cervical ridge, a ridge on all the primary teeth and permanent molar that run from mesodistally. Let's see, cervical ridge on primary teeth, all and permanent only molars. Remember this thing, okay? Only molars, permanent molars. So then we have oblique ridge, which is very distinguished feature of which first permanent molar. And remember, they will confuse you. Oblique ridge is not present in primary first molar, but in second primary. And remember, this is in the maxillary molars. So very important. They will give you okay the numbering, and they will ask okay which has the oblique ridge, and don't get confused. In primary, it is the second maxillary molar, whereas in permanent, it is the first maxillary molar. So then we have the triangular ridge. That is from the ridge on the posterior teeth, which is the on the posterior teeth. And one thing I forgot, oblique ridge, which is that it like separate and extend from the mesiolingual cusp to the distobuccal cusp. That is very very important. So from way on the maxillary first molar, okay. So they can ask which cusp join make them. So this is important. Then we have a triangular ridge that's on the posterior teeth that extend from which extend from the like the center cusp tip to central groove. This is the triangular ridge, and then we have transverse ridge, a ridge on the most posterior teeth that run buccolingually. This is less important, okay. Ridge on the most posterior teeth that run buccolingually. So these are the important ridges which you must know, and in these the important one are labial, buccal, cervical, and oblique ridge. Very 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 important. So remember by heart this topic. Now we will go to next portion, that is the enamel surface depression.